Welcome to Girlfriend Diaries. I'm so excited to finally get this podcast started. This has been long awaited, so I'm just going to get right into it. The first episode that I wanted this podcast to be about is how to enjoy being single. And in the title, you say I put why you feel sad and alone, right? And this is the number one thing I feel like I talk about on all my social media platforms. I think it's so important to be happy single before you get into a relationship. And I'm also going to be going through commonly asked questions I get in my DMs or my comments and everything. So that's going to be what this episode's about. So the first thing is being single can be such a beautiful thing if you allow it to be. Now, I want you to put this perspective in your head. When you get in a relationship, and it's the relationship with the person that you're going to marry, you're going to be in that relationship the rest of your life. Like, you are going to be taken the rest of your life. So why would you not want to live in the moment you're in? Right now, if you're single, enjoy being single. Enjoy, like, the life that you're living now. Because right now, your life only revolves around you. You have no obligation to literally anyone else or to do anything else for anyone. You could move wherever you want, have whatever job like you want, anywhere you want, because you feel no obligation to any person or place because like someone's there or something. So that's the number one thing, is that you have so much like freedom right now and independence. It's like you could have girls' night every night. You could do literally whatever you want. If you literally want to go on like a date with a different guy every week, you can, and no one's stopping you. It's like, get all of that sort of energy or, things that you want to do out now, and then when you're ready to settle down or be in a relationship or whatever, it's like when you're in that relationship, you're not going to be like, oh, I wish I did like this, and this while I was single. Like, get it all out now. Enjoy being single. Stop wishing that you were in a relationship. You got to just enjoy the moment that you're in right now. The next thing I wanted to talk about is a question I get asked all the time, and it's, I fall for people as soon as I start talking to them. I don't know how to change this, or how do I change this, whatever. People always talk to me about this, and what I have to say about this is, if you start talking to a guy, and the wedding bells, they start ringing, you need to stop that. That is not what we're doing here. You have to have a guy prove to you why they're worthy of your time. Why are they worthy of dating you? You should not already be romanticizing them and glamorizing them as soon as you start talking to them. If you're a type of person that thinks in your head like, oh my god, we're going to get married, we're going to have babies, A, B, and C, no. Even if you've been talking to a guy for a month, it's like, don't just assume in your head that you're going to marry them. It's like, give them time to prove to you who they are. It doesn't matter if a guy is telling you they're going to do A, B, and C for you. They have to show you that they're going to do that. So if he's telling you that he's going to give you this fantasy and this dream life, then let him do that for you. Let him show you that he's going to do it. Because, talk is freaking cheap, girlfriend. So another thing too is, if being single sounds miserable to you, you are never going to be in a happy relationship. And let me tell you why. Would you rather be in a situation where you are married to a boy, right? Married to a man, I guess, and they annoy you literally every single day. Like, you're really unhappy, but you're in a relationship and, that's what you wanted, right? Or would you rather be single the rest of your life, but be happy? And what is your choice there? Would you rather be unhappy the rest of your life, but be taken, or be single and be happy? Because I know that in my head, I would literally rather be single and happy the rest of my life than every single day be annoyed with someone and be like, oh my god, like they're literally pissing me off. So you just gotta think in your head that way. And if you don't think in your head that way, then you need to start evaluating, okay, what do I need to change in my life that's going to make me feel that way? Like, am I lacking self-love? And this also goes into, you should love yourself so much before you get into a relationship. I use this analogy all the time, but I love it. When you're on an airplane and the flight attendant is giving you their little spiel about safety and whatever, the first thing they say to you is that you need to put your own mask on before helping someone else. And they say this because if you don't help yourself, obviously, then what good are you to other people? This goes hand in hand with loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, what good are you to love another person? You need to feel whole yourself. This also, I feel like, goes into people that are serial daters. If you're the type of person that you literally get out of one relationship and you're just like, skyrocketing into the next relationship, right? You need to change this mindset, right? And the main thing that you need to think is, what I always tell people is, if you have a hole in your heart, right? If you feel like there's something missing inside of you, like a piece is literally missing, then you need to fill that void in your heart before you get into a healthy relationship. You can't go into a relationship and feel broken and incomplete and feel like this person is filling in that hole in your heart. Because what this is going to do is, say if you and this person break up, right? When you guys break up, that little hole of your heart's going to be out, and you're going to literally be so depressed, so heartbroken that they broke up with you. But this could have all been avoided if you just, were already complete before you dated this person. Because the thing is if you have a lot of self-love and you're really secure in yourself and secure in like every aspect of your life and your heart's already whole, and then you start dating a person, then the relationship's going to go way better. It's going to go way smoother. But if this person is completing a part of you that's missing, then when they leave, you're going to feel even more broken. And you need to be able to have this little hole in your heart filled. And again, that just goes with self-love and independence. And if you are in your head like, well, I literally do not know how to love myself, then here's what you have to do. If you're in your head right now and you're like, I literally just do not know how to have self-love and I don't know what to do, you first need to start spending more time alone. And what I used to say on my TikTok, if you follow me on TikTok, is I used to always talk about a boy cleanse. And what this boy cleanse is I could literally make a whole podcast episode about this. But what I would always say to people that, when they would need to find self-love, find themselves, whatever, is go on a boy cleanse. And it takes 21 days to form a habit. So for 21 days, you need to do this little challenge. And you don't talk to any guys. So romantically, if you're friends with a guy, that's fine. But don't, flirt with any guys. Don't go on any dates. No, hooking up with guys. None of that. And what you're going to do instead is all that time, you're going to realize that you spend a lot of time on Snapchat, swiping on dating apps, stalking guys on Instagram, whatever you may do. You're going to realize that you spend a lot of time doing that. So now, with all that extra time, you're going to put all that time into yourself, okay? So this may be hobbies that you want to have but never got around to because you felt like you were too busy, right? Maybe you want to start exercising more, you want to start reading more, you want to start hiking, maybe you want to go on walks and listen to podcasts. Whatever hobby that you want to have, you're going to spend so much time doing that for yourself. Or maybe you want to learn to cook, anything. You're going to spend all that time that you spent talking to guys on working for yourself. And so this will be life-changing for you. I'm being so serious. I used to tell this to all my clients that I used to talk to, and every single one of them would always say that this helped them, because you really don't realize how much time and energy you put into guys that don't care about you until you stop doing it. If a guy is Snapchatting you and the yellow heart goes away, you may feel like that's literally the end of your world. But if you do this little, 21-day challenge and you get out of that habit of Snapchatting guys and entertaining guys that are worthless, then, your whole mindset and your whole life is going to change. It really will. So, going, again, off of that, Snapchat. I think Snapchat is very toxic. I will stand by that. I think Snapchatting people is so stupid. If a guy really likes you, he will call you. He will FaceTime you. He will ask for your number. But Snapchatting is what are you doing? Sending a picture back and forth? Snapchat was literally made to be toxic. Snapchat was basically made for sending nudes, right? It's if a guy asks for your Snapchat, unless you're in high school. High school was a long time ago for me. I feel old. But if you're in high school, maybe that's still normal. But if you're in college and a guy is asking for your Snapchat, I don't know. I think that he should be asking for your number. I think that's a little more mature. But anyways, so again, just if you're single though, I feel like another thing that people do is you're just like bored. And so you constantly have a roster of people that you're going through, right? Like, and this roster, you know, you have the person that you probably have the yellow heart with, and then you have the rest of your best friends list, and you probably have more. And if you literally are like, okay, this person's not answering me, so let me like talk to this person, it's like, just think about that in your head. It's like you're literally entertaining yourself through guys. And I think that this just makes you also kind of fall into a hole of being toxic. And this may come from the fact that you were hurt by someone. This may come from the fact that, you know, you were in a relationship and that person really hurt you, or you were in a situationship and that person really hurt you. But at the end of the day, it's like, you do not want to become the person that hurt you. You don't want to become the toxic one. Like, if you are actually like leading like 5 guys on at once, think about if a guy did that to you, how you would feel. Probably shitty. And if you wouldn't feel shitty, then you're probably numb to it because you've been hurt so much. So again, this is all things to get your wheels turning in your brain. Like, why are you like this, right? Ask yourself, like, okay, why do I feel a need to like lead 10 guys on at once? Like, is there something in me that's, you know, wrong? And if there is, then you know that you could change that. But so again, going back to what I was talking to in the beginning, when you are single, when you're going through this phase, find ways to enjoy every day of your life. Romanticize something in your day. And I'm being so serious. Like, say if it's your morning coffee, if that's what it takes for you to enjoy your day, like really looking forward to that one thing and really like being like, oh, I'm so excited for this one thing in my day, like, then let it be that. Because finding small things in your day to be excited about is what's going to make you happier every day. And find things that you like doing by yourself, literally not with your friends, not with anyone else, things that you like doing alone. And that's going to help you just so much in finding yourself and enjoying spending time alone. Another thing too that comes with self-love is knowing your worth. And again, using an analogy with the airport, I guess I go to the airport a lot. I'm constantly like surrounded by it. That's why I'm thinking of all these analogies. But when you're at the airport, right, you know how water's like $7? It's crazy. It's ridiculous. When you're at a restaurant, water is free. You literally get water with whatever your meal is. You could walk in and probably just ask for a glass of water and they'll give you one. Then when you're at the gas station, you know, water's like what, like $3? My point of this is that if you feel like you are in the wrong place, you probably are. If you are feeling like this person you're talking to is making you feel worthless, or if you're literally single and you're not talking to anyone, but still you just kind of feel like worthless, it could be your surroundings. It could be the school you go to, the job you're in, the friends you have, the person that you're dating if you're dating someone. And so this is going to change your mindset a lot, because if you don't like where you are, if you don't like your surroundings, you can be holding on to a person that is not right for you because they're just someone that feels comfortable. They're something that you know. They're like just someone that has been there for you in the past when you were feeling good. So now you're just kind of keeping them around to constantly have that security. And if you're thinking, wow, that literally does sound like me, then again, think about the water. Where you go, water is going to be different prices. It's because the value of water goes up depending on where you are. When you're at the airport, obviously you can't get water anywhere else, so you're going to pay the $7 for the airport water. If people wouldn't pay that much, if there wasn't people that spent $7 on a water bottle, they wouldn't charge that much. So if you're in your head like, wow, I'm really like feeling down about myself, I'm really feeling worthless, I really feel like I'm not in the right place or I'm doing something wrong, then listen to your gut, girl, because you probably are in the wrong place. You probably are in a shitty situation that you need to get out of and you really just don't know how. And recognizing that is the first step. Realize what you don't like in your life. Realize the people that you don't like, the people that are bringing you down, the energy that's bringing you down. Once you realize all this, you can get out of that situation. You can change the part of your life that is making you feel that way. And if that's a friend, if it's a boyfriend, then I know that it could be hard, but a lot of times you have to make hard decisions and they're the right ones. Sometimes after making a right decision, you'll feel sad, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that it was the wrong decision. I can't stress that enough. There's been so many times where I stopped being friends with someone because I realized that they were not a good friend to me. And it took me like a long time of being friends with them in order to realize that. But you're just going to realize one day that maybe someone actually like has not had the best intentions for you. Or you'll meet someone, like meet another friend, and they'll be like such a good friend to you that you'll be like, wow, I never realized how poorly that person treated me. And chances are that is going to happen to you. And think of it this way. If you're in a relationship and you're at the point where you're like, okay, I think I want to break up with them. If you could love the wrong person that much, and if you could put that much energy into the wrong person, imagine how much love you could put into the right one. And imagine how much they'll love you back. And just think about how much happier you'll be not going through all the crap that they would put you through every day. Whether that's a friendship, relationship, anything, it's the same thing. It's like when love is love. Like whether it's love that you have for a friend or a boyfriend, it doesn't matter. It's like when you realize that someone is wrong for you, that is such a huge step in your brain, and run with that. Like if your brain is like realizing, God, like maybe I don't deserve to be treated this way, then listen to it, because it could take you a long time to realize that, but if you're finally realizing that, that is so important. I can't stress that enough. I'm going to end this first episode here. I hope that this helped you, and I hope that you enjoyed this first episode. Let me know if you want it to be longer or shorter, or any questions you have. Leave a rating, leave a review. I'd really appreciate it. And I can't wait to talk to you guys in the next episode. I will see you then.